still give you something to learn about. We burned the route out. We etched our own, we carved away in the road. Etched the stone, no project flow. It's been known for many mics behold. I'm a Scorpio in the horoscope. I got it all on scope. Leaving on that note, and that you can quote. The strap is so dope. What's up, dog? What's going down? Got my man C-Lo's mic on deck. Show respect. And that was what I like to call a good old-fashioned mic smash, mic check. Handed it over to the official vinyl authority spokesman, one of which introduced himself.
Or this is Mike. If I can get everybody to come in and sit down, we're gonna get this thing started. We got a little forum with Abstract Groove. Please come and get a seat. Squeeze in, make room for the other people. What up, Ron? How you doing? Yeah, come on in. It's free. Come on in. You got it going on.
Are you gonna plug it in?
Yeah. Started. Yo, Ab, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling real good. We just got back from Northern Cali, and it was real green up there.
Alright, what are the questions that we want to know? Just put the mic back and forth, like a true MC. Alright, one of the questions is, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Los Angeles, California, South Central to be exact. Grew up right around the area of the Slauson Swap Meet in Harvard Park, right there, 59th Street, Western, between Western and Harvard. That was the birthplace.
Word. When did you get into hip-hop? How did you get into hip-hop and why?
I got into hip-hop, man, just listening to records like the ones on these walls, you know what I mean? Just seeing records from older kids and older cousins, and they used to play them and I would hear them on the radio, so naturally I just grew up, you know, mimicking the songs and just trying to wear the same clothes. Yeah, just emulating, exactly.
And look where you're at right now, that's cool. What crews were you affiliated with when you first started? And what's the meaning behind your name?
When I first started, naturally I was affiliated with Tribe Unique, which we were just homies at first when we officially became a crew in like 88, 89, but also the first tape that I ever did and tried to sell to kids was like in 1990, 91, and I was with my boy I-Rock from San Diego down there, you know, with the whole West Most production group, so I was like chilling with them, and then came back out here after like a year of high school down there and just had the bug, you know, and then got with the Good Life family and Freestyle Fellowship Volume 10 and all that. But prior to that, I met Fat Jack, and the Masked Men was my like production unit, and then we went into the Good Life kind of as a family, as a clique, like that. But as far as my name, man, my name means several things, but the basic thing that it represents for me is like abstract as far as the way we rhyme. It's different, you know? It's not normal, it's not the same as everybody's doing. It's just always with the intent of innovation and just doing you and original. It's not necessarily a form that you could, you know, categorize or like put into brackets. I always say that, don't put my music in brackets, just put my product in a package and listen to it for what it is, you know? And then the root comes from like, that kind of rhyming is always kind of deemed as funny style. You know what I mean? Rappers like to call, however they perceive independent music or underground music or whatever, funny style. But we from the streets, I'm from South Central. I'm more from LA or South Central than most of these gangster rappers out here claiming it, you know what I mean? And like the homies and how deep our street ties run are like real deep. We just don't brag about it, and we just don't like put all our business out to the street. It's just like wherever you come up, you know, you're gonna have people. Everybody got folks. Y'all got folks. We got folks. Whatever. But we choose to just focus on other things when we make our music. You know what I mean? So that's where the rude boy kind of part comes from. It's like, you know, I'm abstract, but I'm rude at the same time. Like, don't mistake me for some like whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna say a name, but like, don't mistake me for some kind of a dread that KRS-One threw off a stage or something like that, you know what I mean? Even though you may even still hear me sing or kick some alternative shit, you know, that was just as dope as what they was kicking, you know, whatever.
Word up. Can I say the name? No, I won't say that. I won't put you out there. What are some of the good qualities a good MC should have, being that you've been in this business for quite a while? You should know that. And what are some of the things that you can express for the upcoming MC on some of those good qualities?
Well, we always say this. The total package of being a master of ceremony is first being a master of ceremony, an MC, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that is supposed to like keep the crowd into it, you know, while he's playing this record right here. I'm supposed to be like, come on y'all ready to rock with me? You know, like I'm introducing things and I'm kind of segueing different segments of the night, different records and different moods, right? Then an MC, of course, has to be a lyricist, you know. You gotta have somewhat of a vocabulary and an insight on poetry and, you know, how to write or whatever. MC has to have believable delivery. However you kicking it, people gotta believe it, you know. So if it's with conviction, if it's so laid back and your demeanor is just like, we can believe you as being this mellow type cat or this gunslinging type cat or this conscious, you know, cat or whatever, the delivery has to be convincing. And, you know, you gotta have style, some kind of originality, some kind of way you pronounce your words or, you know, way you think you do or, you know, methods or like masterpiece or like whatever, you know, some little special niche that you got, that you do. And I would also say you have to have the ability to rock a live show, you know, as well as execute original compositions in the studio, you know, and good recordings and good records that come out on the shelf. Some people, their show is liver than their records or vice versa, you know. Too much in hip hop these days is like that. You see them live and it's like, what? You know, or you see them live and you're like, yeah, and then the records are like, that was probably our problem, you know, for a while, you know what I'm saying, that we're just now starting to fix, is just the sound quality of our records or whatever. You gotta have a two-way, I'm just kidding, but like everybody has it. The last thing I would say, that's right. The last thing I would say, plug. The last thing I would say is, no, the last couple of things is that you kind of got to be able to rhyme on the spot. You know, people call that freestyling. We call it freestyling. For us is something else. But you got to be able to rhyme on the spot. You got to be able to do what you do. You're supposed to be an MC. You're supposed to be a singer. You're supposed to be a comedian or whatever. You know, you're going to run across situations where people want you to perform. And you kind of got to always be able to do that, you know, always on your toes. So you got to stay practicing. You got to stay flipping your tactics. And you got to stay doing what you're doing to attract them and bringing them back and making them pay and making them sway from left to right like the ocean and the potion, and the commotion gets calmed every time I got the mic in my palm. You know, you got to be able to do that, you know what I mean? And last but not least, I would say, you have to, like, these days, it seems like you got to have a crew, you know? It seems like you got to have a crew, you know what I mean? You got to have, like, a crew, a group of guys that kind of got your back, and, like, because it takes a team, you know? It's a team effort. Even when you see somebody solo that's promoted out there, they're not doing it by themselves, you know? Yeah, it's a team of people behind them, so yeah, it's better to have a team, you know? A good MC, what was the question? What are some of the qualities of a good MC? Yeah, a good MC should have a tight team. And that's all right now. That's a lot of other things, but those are the basic ones.
Okay, and speaking about being a good MC, what are some of the approaches that you take to writing? I know you freestyle a lot, and do you incorporate a lot of that freestyle? Do you record your freestyles? Do you record them and then write them down and then go in the studio and drop them? Or do you go into the studio and just drop freestyles? What are some of the approaches that you take to writing and freestyling in the same sense?
I actually probably should record a lot more, you know. Like, shouts out to all the people that do get those moments, you know, cameras like that, you know, like, but yeah, from time to time we'll go in the studio, and, because your first take is usually your best one anyway, right? Your first take is always your best one. The first time you approach something, you know, it's like, that's when you're feeling it the most natural, you know. So, sometimes you record, like the whole haiku album, for instance, with myself, Mike and I, and AC Alone was conceived that way, where we just went in with this band and we just, you know, jammed, you know what I mean, and freestyled, and then we sat up and listened to that stuff and was like, oh, that was kind of cool when he said this, that was cool when I said this, he said this, concept, chorus, idea to start off the verse, what have you. So yeah, it's a lot of that goes on, a lot of freestyling to come up with material. But for the most part, that's kind of like the challenge in it. Like when we're sitting up having a session and we're just blowing up, it's like, oh, that moment that we all had, and you kind of just try to draw that. It comes out later in some kind of dope way in your songs, you know what I mean? That happens as well too. Yeah, sometimes I regret it, and then sometimes I do it on purpose. Yeah, like I'll sit up by myself and just be ripping it, killing it, like, oh my God, if the world heard that, I would be like diamond.
No doubt. All right, also, what was one of you were talking about crews, and you're talking about a team, opposed to being solo. What is one of your roles with Project Load, and how has that affected and helped your status as far as being an MC and being out there in front of everybody? How has that helped you with that team?
That's helped me in that, once again, it's strength in numbers, in that, you know, especially if your team was already validated. Like, it started out with the Good Life Collective, you know, underground radio and all that. It used to go on the Good Life Thursdays. That started like '89 and went all the way into the '90s. And then we kind of broke off. A younger, sort of louder branch of us broke off and kind of wanted to do the more no censorship kind of, we want to smoke in here, do anything we want to do in here and rhyme kind of vibe. And then we kind of toned it down, and we had our elder Ben Caldwell, Professor Ben Caldwell of Cal Arts. Anyway, so like the Fellowship, then kind of like the Prominent Group, and then Volume 10 were both down with that posse. So me being down with them definitely validated me, you know, as an artist. You definitely could say. If somebody, like, that's the whole big thing going on in the industry right now. Like, you blow up and then you bring your boys up. That's at like a record high right now. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's good, and it's good, and well, it's good all the way. You know, it's good all the way. It's like, it's really what you're supposed to do, because we're all out here together. And people that don't do it end up, you know, getting talked about later. They end up being deemed as like the people that just stole kind of from this and then went on and blew up and never paid homage back to where they came from. So.
How do you feel about that? That like other people have your rhyme style or similar to your styles and they don't pay homage to it? Do you take it as a disrespect?
Well, no, not really, because we're inspired, so we inspire. And like, you could argue till the cows come home who has whose rhyme style or whatever. You know what I mean? It's fun though in hip hop, like when we're actually on the mic and making the songs, it's fun to be competitive and talk shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's fun. It's like stimulating. It brings the best out of you. Go back and listen to all the diss records, and those are like some of those MCs' tightest rhymes they ever wrote. You know what I mean? Because it was like their back was against the wall. Like, I can't wait to hear what Nas comes with now and Mobb Deep after I heard, you know, like what Jay-Z had to say about them on his record out now. But I don't know, so you can't really trip too hard in real life. On the mic though, you know, like, in the heat of battle and all that, like, it's, yeah, what happens, happens. You know, we may like comment or something like that. But at the end of the day, you have to do what you have to do for your own career. You know, no one else is gonna like do anything for you. You get lucky and things like fall into your lap, but you can't go blaming, you know, somebody else blowing up with what you think is your style. Cause it's like, well, what does that say for you? That says that you weren't handling your shit. That really, you use that as an excuse is like even worse than like, I was just never appreciated for what I was doing. You know what I mean? Like somebody stole it. That means you had it, you idiot. You didn't apply yourself to like get it out there.
Word up. Okay, and speaking about Freestyle Fellowship, are you ever going to do an album with AC Alone, like the collab you did for the A-Team stuff?
Rumor has it that that people are gathering and assembling, like in certain areas secretly, and like something is bound to leak. Something is bound to leak. That's all I'll say about that.
Just real quick, are you starting the rumor right now?
I just heard it. I heard it. I was like somewhere. I was way in like Ontario, Canada, and I heard that rumor. I mean, because those guys are like, those A-Team guys, you know, they're hard to find, but if you can find them, you can't hire them. You know what I mean? You can't hire them.
No doubt. Okay, how important do you think your stage performance is?
It is priority top, let's see, the zenith of importance. It's the most important. I mean, it's very important. You have to have a tight show. You gotta have records that sell too, I guess, to eat and, you know, stay around. But you can be not selling records and have a tight show and still go on tour and just be a touring band. You know, hell, you can do live recordings and people like your show so much, and maybe those end up selling a lot. You know, people have had live albums go platinum or whatever. So, like, take for instance, you know, my homeboy Supernatural. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's not that many records with him on it that are burnt into people's head, but he's everywhere live. He stays on tour, and I mean, eventually, like, that's gonna catch on. So that shows you the importance that he can still fully be around. And us as well, you know, our records aren't like completely blowing up and, you know, off the charts because we're not with major labels right now. But at the same time, we're like able to rock arenas, and you see the legends like selling out the Maritime and, you know what I mean, doing world tours, and we're all just on tour together and just, you know, but it's kind of like when your records, you know, aren't really blowing up, it doesn't matter on certain levels, but people don't know, like, you can still do a whole lot. So yeah, having a live show is very important. It's just kind of like your safety net.
Okay, word. And what was one of your best performances and why?
I would have to say, as Abstract Tribe Unique, it would have to be our last performance at the L-Rec was off the hook, because we rehearsed for a while for that, and we had a very nice assembly of, you know, musicians, and like all the musicians that gig with us during rehearsal, studio sessions, didn't necessarily play with us at the show, but it just was like a vibe we were able to create, you know, that eventually like transferred to the stage that night. And with just the live band, we were able to do a lot of songs that people hadn't previously heard us do, like Inside Your Eyes off Move Pieces, and Them That's God off Think Tank, and what else did we do? Blast Off Into Infinity we haven't done in a while, so we're able to, you know, just to stretch it out, yeah, and do some extra things. And I think that's ultimately where we're going, kind of like big band kind of stuff, but always having a DJ, of course, but like both elements kind of mixed in, because, you know, you rock bigger venues that way anyway. But yeah, that was one of our best shows. And then as Haiku d'Etat, well, no, as A-Team, the next one would have to be 18, that I could almost put in that same caliber. And that was actually a show that we just rocked. We just rocked this show with the Legends, actually, on the Almost Famous tour. But it was up in Portland, and it was just completely off the hook. Completely wild. People at the top level of excitement. Stage dives, and just completely off the hook. But yeah, man, this gotta be like the most current ones on my memory. But I know, like, you know, friends of ours will argue for other ones, you know, but those are some of mine.
Okay, well, one last question, and then we're gonna let the audience ask you some questions. What is your new project that your latest project that you have out?
Well, one of the cuts is playing from it right now. The latest project is called Paint, which is an acronym for Powerful, Artistic, Inspirational New Tunes, coming at you from ATU, Abstract Root and Tribe Unique. It's on Battle Axe Records, who is famous for Swollen members and Mocha Only. And I also have a project that came out just before that called Codename Scorpion with Mocha Only and Prevail Wonder from Swollen, because we're all Scorpios. So those two projects are out right now. The Paint album, the Codename Scorpion, you know. And the majority of the production on Paint was done by my man Fat Jack. We also got like some new production, which is a real new thing for ATU albums. It's always usually just me, Fat Jack, maybe DJ Slip, and like Tribe Unique just in a room, not even that many features. But on this new album, Paint, I got all the heavyweights on there. Like we did heavyweights round 4. And it's like 18 voices on one song, and 3 different producers collabed on it, and 2 different DJs. Yeah, we just went there, we just exploded. And I also got a cut with Atmosphere, yeah, Slug, and Idea from Rhyme Sayers, Elemento was also on Battle Axe, Visionaries, who else is on there? Massman, AWOL 1. So, yeah, that album is off the hook. And Codename production was mostly done by Rob the Viking, who is blowing up right now with this Swollen member stuff. Rob is from Canada. I believe he's from Saskatoon, I believe he's from that part of Canada. But yeah, he's off the hook, up and coming, new talent. So yeah, we keep it like that. Stay tuned for, like I say, leakings of other rumors to surface. You know what I'm saying? Other things will begin to surface. We're also featured, like, we're on some people's albums coming out. AC has a 12-inch out right now through Raucous. You know, we're starting to collab more, man, with a lot of different East Coast entities, you know, so. We got this movie. I will leak that one out. It's a movie that we're about to start on. And the movie is off the hook. I won't leak the title, but the movie is like pretty much kind of like the LA Underground Crush Groove. Yeah, it's gonna be in many theaters. Yeah, so we like working on that right now. We got some powerful people involved with that, but it's gonna kind of be our story with a twist on it. So look out for that.
Okay, word. I'm gonna walk around the crowd now. Anybody got questions for Abstract Root? What's your name?
Alpuja. What album is Inside Your Eyes album?
That's off the Mood Pieces album, which was originally recorded for the Beastie Boys label Grand Royal, and it later came out independently in '98 on Massman. Yeah.
All right. Anybody else got questions for Abstract? Hi. What's your name?
Let me go ahead and ask.
It's actually Ivy. I have a question. I've seen you like do a couple of shows with Dr. Easy. Is he like your DJ, or is that for just shows, or do you practice like?
Dr. Easy is an extremely dope talent that is out there right now. He DJs for a reggae band He DJs for a couple other live bands, and he's been working with us as the A-Team now for like the last couple of years. And he's probably been working the most consistent with Medusa, but she does a lot of live stuff mostly now, but he still plays with her, so I would love to call him my DJ, but he's kind of like a DJ that's out there, you know, pretty much working with a lot of people, you know what I mean? But yeah, I would say about at least 75%, 70% of our shows. It's probably with Dr. Easy or has been up to this point. Much respect to Dr. Easy, cool, fantastic.
Okay, word. Anybody else have questions? Somebody? Orator? You have questions that you want to ask after? You got anything you want to ask?
When's your next album coming out?
All right, when's the next album coming out after the paint?
The next album, we're already working on it. And it's going to be called, Paint is our 4th album. The next album is called 5th Album in Record Time. So, as soon as Paint, like, sales start leveling off, then that record is going to hit. But it's a video, I meant to mention this, it's a video coming out for Stop Biting, the single off Paint. That's going to be coming out the first week of November. You'll see it on Much Music if y'all get that, hopefully. And, like, BET will play it, and, you know, we're trying to, like, hopefully cross our fingers and get it to MTV too. But it's a tight video. We green screened the whole thing. We shot it in Vancouver. It's off the hook, like, it's off the hook, so. And we're also gonna do another video for the album. So as soon as those videos come out and finish, you know, doing whatever they're gonna do, and we're off tour, then that'll come out. Probably, it might even come out, you know, before next summer, at least a single, you know, by next summer.
Okay, Pooja has another question.
I was curious if you were going to sell the video anywhere, like at Staff.
Yeah, we are gonna sell the video. We're working on a whole video project right now with Televised Evolution. That's long overdue, but they did our first video project, which was called AV99. They just did the Of Mexican Descent, OMD, When Birds Look Up. So they're gonna do our next video, our next like 18th video. So we're gonna feature it on that, as well as the making of the video, the whole nine.
Okay, word. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody? No? Nobody curious? Gabe, you got a question? No? All right, we're gonna end it like that. It's Abstract Roo, so we're gonna let him do his thing. Give it up, y'all.
Respect. Yo, can you turn that up a little bit? I know this song. Bring in the drums. Yeah. Since we having this little, you know what I'm saying, sit down, 101. Like Q&A, I'm gonna ask y'all a little question. What do most of these fighting ass MCs need to do? I catch little sleep at night, wake up the next and keep it moving. Context, don't take me out, this raw fusion is climaxed. High friction on best tax and techniques, making my money with less tax and prestige. Long as I'm clocking my craft cheese, calling the cops and I have to leave. I'm either very smart or incredibly stupid, ahead of my time, or locked in a room with a view of the walls. Ironclad, my rhyme is a firing squad, watching them fall and grabbing my bowling balls, holding them all accountable with a mountain of evidence. You're under the table, dead presidents wouldn't let you walk from the case on a hung jury. A lifetime ban from the mic if you come near me. The outright end all audacity and gall if you feel certain they'll never get past my steel curtain. Stop fighting while I'm rhyme writing, or we'll be like fighting Mike Tyson. Stop fighting while I'm rhyme writing. You ain't saying that, I keep head, but Mike Tyson. Yo, my style is impetuous, my deepest is impregnable. I wanna eat your style, kids. Stop fighting while I'm just fucking with y'all. Mike Tyson. Archers shoot off arrows like a gladiator. Even if you get past the palm match with armor, still your fate skate or die. Haters, don't you even try. Retreat from your sneak attack. Flee from us and don't be back at the bishop. We'll chop on covert diagonals and a halo of ammo. We'll give you your halo. Stay low in the bunker. We're Thor with the thunder. It'll be a hot stepper. We're like German Shepherd to the flanking maneuver. We're taking Vancouver to the new heights with the Viking like no other producer. Despite ball and chain, I'm Braveheart. Maximus with an axe in my hand. Slicing up these abstract Pakistans. Better stop. Let you not be warned again. Me and a Wolverine are two of the hardest X-Men. 18 on the map, Iraq is ATU and I'm Abbey Road. No one counts the accolades, all of the masked men are made. Clash of the Titans in the street, we'll fight when we meet with the mic in my reach. I'm deadly at best. Fuck Elliot Ness, I'm a style Al Capone. Got styles of my own. Stop biting, Mike Tyson. Stop biting while I'm rhyme writing, or we'll be like fighting. Mike Tyson. Stop biting while I'm rhyme right. You ain't saying that I keep head, but Mike Tyson. Yo, my style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. I wanna eat your styles, kids. Stop biting while I'm rhyme right. Clash of the Titans said. Know how to cause you to switch your game plan. While you hearing this, you change styles. Can't even tell we listening to the same man that we heard when he came out. Shame how. You keep biting of this rhyme writing style, taking them without license, not crowd hyping. I'm Navy SEAL when you foot soldiers. It's kill that word till this shit's over. I'm conceptual, they just vulgar. Incomplete if it's lackluster. They bite like a frustrated boxer. I'm coming down like a paratrooper. Hard on you if you not a mover and shaker. The future in you fakers. Flat out, you too fragile for Shaq of the Lakers. Jackson major, minor, 88 key solo with frequency modulation and foot pedals. All out battle to beef settled. It's enticing. Scorpion isn't rising. All dead weight is shedded. We're downsizing. Independent, definitely enterprising. We get offended when you're blatant with the sense that's biting. Stop biting while I'm rhyme writing, or we'll be like fighting. Mike Tyson. Stop biting while I'm rhyme writing. You ain't saying that, and I keep head, but Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I like messing with y'all. Are we recording this? Scorpion on the scene with the deadliest thing. Butterfly, a lion in the jungle, yeah, we run things. In North America, Canada, Australia, Africa, all through Asia, UK and many islands. They love to hit the freestyling sessions. They be buck wildin' when the veterans be on deck. We run through them, who's next? They think they got a good hand up the bet. You must respect, trust my cassette is worth my rep. Plus my net is more profit than debt. Yes, I've learned but won't forget the steps. From tape CD to wax, it was a stretch. Get it while it's hot off the press. Just a little something from the west, where we shape shift and the place shift. Step in matrix, just to face it, is the basics. For all the sacred, there will be hatred. That's adjacent, yin and yang, most I dress but can't make it. For all those who left and can't make it, I dedicate to you this new album we painted. Scorpion on the scene with the deadliest thing. Butterfly, a lion in the jungle, yeah, we run tanks. In North America, Canada, Australia, Africa, all through Asia, UK and many islands. They love to see the freestyling. Baby buck wildin'. Farewell to the 90s, a transition from dark to light. Now the blind may see and find they chi and support this crew and buy our product by ATU and affiliates. See what this really is about and who really got the style and who really turn it out like that. Every cut I do is a bright struck match that ignites the spark to a tire fire that keeps burning. Truth serum for liars, up burning. Right on the bird, I-N-I-O-8, these chaotic sounds. The ups and downs of life in the final rounds. Vital ties, he who knows best makes the necessary alliance. The adversary's lying to get you, keep trying. They buying police out, knocking rappers off. And if you need the A-team, know who you can call. In North America, mostly LA, San Diego, and the Bay, Canada, UK, Australia, inhaling the bomb that I smoke. Why y'all came late? It's no joke, it was 4:20 on the dot. I told you we had plenty of pop, the straight blaze in the band, and you're crazy, man. They're so contagious when I grab the mic off the mic stand, put it into my hand. The 5 fingertips and make a fist. And my DJ's up in the mix. His name is Silos because he's quite colossal. Every time I got the mic, I'm an apostle of truth. And I'll dig it way down to the roof. And you know that I'm knocking out your... I won't say it, cause I'm not some kind of guy who played in a movie like Juice. Bring up the caboose. By the way, the rhyme I was supposed to say was called Tooth. I let it loose. I take a rapper out his noose and save his life. And then engrave his mic with my initials. Abstract, rude, it's official. How y'all doing? All right. Well, thank you guys for coming. We appreciate it. Hey, where y'all from? Hold on. So y'all from down the street, and y'all still came late. But it's all good, you're here. Like that. We got this album out, like I said, called Codename Scorpion. I was mentioning smoking and all that. So my man dropped this one. Yeah. Production by Rob the Viking. Brothers who've been known for breaking the rules. So go tell everybody the news. We're smoking in here, we're smoking in here. It's Ab and Prev and Moki in here. We're open. Brothers who've been known for breaking the rules. So go tell everybody the news. We're smoking in here and nobody cares. It's Codename Scorpion in here. We're chosen. We're smoking in here with both engineers in the studio rear. We're working in here. Just open your ears. The Titus. And Mocha says he's growing his hair. We'll give him a year. It'll damn near look just like us. And this is from my homies in the cypher. Pumping J's and we can pull all-nighters. Park my car in the red at the club. Get in the show without a ticket stub. I'm getting love. It reads no smoking on the sign, but I ignore it every single time. Though I don't park in handicaps, that's bad karma. Plus more than a little fine. It's warm in the summer when the sun shines. I'm a bomber with a marker when I don't see the one time. I need a sponsor, I want my own clothing line. None of the brand names, give me one of a kind. Stick to the game plan, then it's gonna be fine. We smoke basil, oregano, cayenne. Rebels who've been known for breaking the rules. So go tell everybody the news. We're smoking in here and nobody cares. It's Ab and Prev and Moki in here. We're open. Rebels who've been known for breaking the rules, breaking the rules. So go tell everybody the news. We're smoking in here, we're smoking in here. It's Codename Scorpion in here. We're chosen, smoking in here, and nobody cares. It's abstract brewed up in here. Open. Yeah. Much respect to my partners on that. The durable mammal, mocha only. Yeah. And Prevail Wonder. Make some noise, y'all. Pick up that album if you haven't got it. Ha. Now see, songs like this, I just like to get down here with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Cause we really like family, you know what I'm saying? It's just like we sitting here, you know, watching the TV or something, you know what I'm saying? It's a family affair.